very much for talking to me today, Tony. It's awesome. The breakfast briefing was brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm learning a lot about how AI is impacting IP. Something that occurred to me actually, and I'd never be brave enough to ask this, but it just seems like the sort of platform that if someone said, as an IP lawyer, dream up what would be the best thing for you to use, would this be the creation? Was this kind of what the inspiration was?
That's exactly it. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no matter if you're a paralegal or an attorney, you're spending a lot of time doing things that's not where you want to spend your time and effort. Frankly,
Yeah.
your domain expertise will be injected in places where the client actually wants to pay you, and they're happy to pay you a lot
Yeah.
for an hour or 2 hours or a day. It doesn't matter depending on what it is.
Mm.
But it's not about sitting and writing words that frankly are 90% a template,
Yeah.
or extracting data and putting it in a software and double checking information. I mean, nowadays that could be done. It was tough to do it, frankly, just up to 6 months, 3, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
But now the reasoning models, the LLMs, are so good. You can literally allow them to read through any email in any language and tell you exactly what it is and check towards your database and remove a lot of the risk and burden.
Yeah.
So that what's happened since, I would say, January this year, that's what's enabling all this. Just 6 months ago was not possible.
Fantastic. I mean, yeah, for an industry as global as IP,
Yeah.
just being able to translate at that speed is something that I can imagine will be fairly revolutionary.
Massive, massive.
Brilliant. Okay. Right. So, Anaqua's acquisition of Patrix was announced just days ago.
Yes.
How do you see the integration of that platform strengthening the workflow of your European law firm clients?
Yeah, so a couple of things there. One, they're coming with 400 plus law firm customers, which is phenomenal for us, obviously, but the experience they have as a team and the experience they've built into the software that we're going to now start using and extracting that and injecting it into everything Anaqua. That's great, and it's not only, honestly, it's great for Europe, of course, but globally, because the industry is so homogenous. Law firms work almost the same way across the globe. But yeah, it's a massive increase of presence for us in Europe, and a huge customer base that we're going to be working and learning from for sure.
Fantastic. How's the newly launched AI-driven brand protection solution specifically helping your clients achieve their reported 95% takedown success rate in an era of increasingly automated digital infringement?
Yes, so what you mentioned there, I mean, with AI and deepfakes, if you look at my LinkedIn that I posted the other day, where with a picture of me with INTA gear and the purple colors and what have you, it's almost impossible nowadays to find, is this real, to know if it's real or not, right? And brand protection has been a thing for quite, like, since the internet came, and it's gone grown and grown and grown in importance, and now honestly it's becoming crucial for brand companies. And there have been initiatives and software out there to help kind of like find the most difficult parts, but now it's easily hidden on websites, marketplaces, social media, and you do need to have AI, especially where humans are failing to find the issues. So now we can use AI to not only, obviously we scrape websites and social media and everything else, but you can use AI both on images, on videos, on sound, on text, which again, just a few months ago was too costly and would take too long, and it wasn't feasible, which is going to be needed, highly needed moving forward.
Absolutely, yeah. It needs to be able to take in any material you throw
Exactly.
at it. So, as the INTA community focuses on the 2026 UK EU regulatory shifts, how are Anaqua's automated docketing and similarity scoring tools being adapted to help brand owners navigate the new 2 substantive office actions limit in major jurisdictions?
Yeah, you've seen changes happening both in Europe and in the US. And one, they are applying AI on their end to start with. So the process speed is moved from months down to seconds in some areas, especially now in the US with the Trademark Act. And similar things are coming to Europe now. So one, because of some of the tools you've seen earlier today, the output of new applications and responses to office actions and the like is going to increase massively. And the patent trademark offices will need to react to that one way or the other. And no one really knows exactly in what direction this is going to head. A lot of this is experimental. But they're going to have to deploy AI on their end as well to be able to cope with all the change that's happening. And maybe also put limits on the number of office actions, number of applications, the official fees. So a lot of that is happening. And AI, I mean, you have to use AI to be able to cope as an applicant. And we'll see how law firms in between are actually going to adjust to all this. It's all up in the air, frankly.
All the ability to learn. Everyone's learning all at once.
That is probably the biggest problem. I mean, technology now is becoming, and the AI models and all that's becoming pretty ubiquitous. But the issue is getting people to change at that speed. It's the most, processes and people is going to be the biggest one.
Yeah, absolutely. So given your focus on agentic workflows for 2026, how do you distinguish between AI that simply automates shuffling paper and AI that acts as a true force multiplier for an attorney's strategic decision making?
Yes. So the big shift that's where we are currently is basically, and honestly, even the last 3 years, even with AI startups that have AI as a base, they have built AI assisted software. You have an assistant, you might have translation in there, you might have a chatbot or talk to a document or what have you, which has been amazing where we came from. But that might give you 20-30% more efficiency. It does not completely shift the game. And the agents now really create a completely different experience. The whole process will be upside down in terms of taking the human out of the loop and putting them on the loop.
Right.
So instead of just sitting and doing everything as a human, now you literally can do the full process and have a human actually with an agent or multiple agents, and have the human just reviewing the output. And depending on what it is, I mean, I was literally talking to someone yesterday at a law firm where they themselves deployed an agent just to triage emails and put it in the right place. That did the work for 12 people at the firm, right? That's the efficient, like we're seeing 5, 10x in some cases, and I think in some other areas it's going to be even more.
Wow, fantastic. So with Anaqua's new AI-driven similarity scoring, achieving a reported takedown success rates over 95%, how are you balancing the speed of these automated enforcements with, I mean, you've just mentioned keeping the human in the loop.
Yeah.
To prevent over-enforcement?
Yes, so the service we deliver is a big part software, and we have a services team, analysts that are trained on brand protection issues. So all the output that comes out of the AI, we have service people, analysts, brand protection analysts actually review the output and make sure that we're not either over or under enforcing, frankly, because you can go in both directions.
Yeah.
So before we ship the output to the end customer, we have a human reviewing everything that the AI is doing to ensure that it's balanced and useful. Yes. We've seen some examples in the past where even humans miss that and could lead to potential bad enforcement, if you will, where someone personally or individual did something that is not intentional, or the customer maybe wouldn't have cared much about, but if you fully automated that, you'll have an individual shutting down their YouTube account for no reason, just because they're filming something for individually in an event or what have you. So there's that could happen. It will happen, but using brand expert analyst service team, if you will help remove those issues.
Right, perfect. As you've argued, the future of B2B software is about delivering outcomes rather than features.
Yeah.
What is the single most important outcome that AI native platforms like RightHub provide to trademark teams that traditional legacy systems cannot?
Yeah, so some of the examples we showed today, first of all, the traditional systems are literally just system of records. Everything needs to be manually input, manually updated, whether it's the rules, the fees, the documents, the data, the users, the collaboration. It all happens outside of the system, and you literally you store information in it. There's no action in it. There's no outcomes. You have to drive every single action to get something out of it. But now, if the data comes in almost fully automated, a lot of the tasks that people need to do are virtually fully automated, whether it's for a paralegal or for an attorney or client communication or the communication with foreign associates and outside counsel. You really start getting to a place where the software is just running. It's almost like an engine that keeps running and running and running, and you have certain areas or gates where you actually want to decide, I want to review something before it goes out to a client, before it's actually filed to the trademark office, which takes away virtually 95% of what you normally would have done. And I would say the majority of that is an administrative task. So it literally allows you to just inject your domain expertise as an attorney where it needs be, or work closer with customers and clients to understand their issues or business opportunities that they have and be helpful there, and be able to charge a lot more for that. Yeah. But the rest of it is literally just an engine that is running, and it will process the data and the documents and generate what output you're looking for, rather than just a static system of records.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, with all of this that you've spoken about today, it makes me wonder, what do you think the future of training for the next generation of IP lawyers looks like?
That's a fun one. That's probably the single biggest question, or most frequent question I get. Yeah. Not only for this profession. Every time I go anywhere and talk, I was doing a seminar like this for a bunch of CFOs in Sweden, 250 CFOs a couple of weeks ago, and the same question there. And then, what do I teach my kids in the future? Yeah. It's super tough. It's really, really tough. I think there's a bit of hype right now that is probably going to die out after a while, once people get acquainted with the technology. And every company you've seen out both in corporate world and individually, people are learning. They're becoming one with these chatbots and what to expect from it. But we're probably using, honestly, just less than 5% of the capabilities of these models at the moment. Yeah. I mean, how the future will look, I just think a lot more focus on clients, frankly. A lot like knowing the domain expertise fast. I don't know how to get the juniors into that. You got to find trainee programs or some way to train them up, because without expertise in the domain and the technology is able to do all the generic stuff, the entry to the firm is going to be a lot harder. I'm seeing it outside of the legal industry as well. In any, like, whether you're an engineer in any domain, it's really tough to get in. So you have to spend a lot more time learning, and maybe give up some time, unfortunately, to go be an intern in a firm or somewhere. Yeah. Spend some time learning about something and start adding value first, and to be able to get your entry ticket.
Fair enough. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for talking to me today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.